If you remember Star Raiders, this should look very familiar. We'll give it a few minutes. Starting the stream a bit early. Probably should do that anyway, just in case. Yeah, this is almost a screensaver. Kind of calming. But there is a war in space. Anyway, I think I'll get started. Welcome everyone. This is Arafone playing Star Raiders 2, but not the Star Raiders 2 that was officially released, which I did last time and was a rather different game. That apparently was designed as a tie-in to a movie, I think it was called The Last Starfighter, which then flopped. So Atari scrambled to rebrand it. They put the Star Raiders 2 name on it. They put the names of things from Star Raiders in it, the Zylons and whatever else was there. The Star Raiders itself apparently was based on Star Trek, except they didn't have a license, so they just renamed the Klingons to Zylons, and Star Bases became something else, and all that good stuff. But in any case, let's press start to get started. According to the incomplete manual, you start with, the in-progress manual, you start with what has already happened. The war began before your ship is commissioned, so you're seeing a recap of what happened before you even launch at this point. You have 2 star bases surrounded. They're probably not going to make it. Star Cruiser 8 commissions. Good luck. Yeah, starbase destroyed. Once it starts, you can hit space to pause. One of the star bases is already destroyed. You can see on the galactic chart here already it looks a bit different from Star Raiders. The original Star Raiders, it was divided into a grid, with each grid being basically a sector which you could warp to, and then you'd be in the area of everything in that sector, dock with the star bases or fight the Zylon fighters. Here, there's no visible grid. I'm not sure how much of an effect that has on gameplay, but it is a difference. There's our movement thing. We'll try a warp here before anything else gets destroyed. H for hyperwarp, F for forward view, C to turn on the computer. We have a nice hyperwarp effect. This was not in Star Raiders. S to raise shields. Okay, we have wireframe looking enemies. We have like lasery shots instead of those orbs. Although their shots still look like those orbs. Yeah, your targeting cursor and your movement cursor are not necessarily in line with each other, as they always were in Star Raiders. So you have some flexibility to aim without necessarily changing your heading. Alright. There's... It almost looked like an X-Fighter. Or not an X-Fighter, the... What do they call them in Star Wars? The enemy ships? TIE Fighters. That's it. Okay, I think that's everything in this sector, but the starbase is already destroyed, so let's go keep mopping these up. H for hyperspace, F for forward. G goes to your galactic chart, A is after you. Short distance hyperwarp. I'm not seeing the... Okay, they've already moved. I think what I want to do is move towards the other starbase. Try and intercept the Zygons on their way there. Yeah, I'm liking this neat effect here. It's like you're going through a wormhole. Galactic chart shows them in that direction. Not sure what that is. Let's warp over there. Can I, like, button on it? Oh, yeah. That's, this is definitely new. Okay, so it looks like there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of those in this squad. There's 5 in that one. What is that? Is that a solar system? Huh. Candor 8, Candor 9. I can't seem to get onto the cross icon there. What did I just do? Okay. Well, anyway, I'm in encounter enemy forces. They have flown towards me. Which is why I came here for the first place, to intercept. Energy's looking pretty good still at 7,000. Shields are fine. I don't know if this has the difficulty levels that the original Star Raiders did. As mentioned, it was not completed. It's not fully polished. But it does have some neat stuff that the original didn't, because the cartridges this was designed for had 4 times the storage space. Alright, let's head towards the starbase. And also towards the enemies that are heading towards the starbase. You probably want to take your shields down before hyper-warping to save energy. Our galactic chart shows that they should be getting nearby. Yep, here we are. Let's 2 to go forward a bit. Yeah, as in Star Raiders, 0 through 9 change your sublight speed. Targeting computer you definitely want on, so you can tell where the enemies are. Oh, I took a hit, but the shields are holding. Oh, there we go. Yeah, this is definitely a difference from Star Raiders, because you can move your aiming reticule without moving your ship too much. Come on, hit the TIE fighter. Okay. So some of those are dealt with. I want to warp to the starbase and dock to recover energy. There's also D for damage control. Looks like the lasers and I think that's long-range sensors are slightly damaged. Orbit established. Stand by. And this looks familiar. You get the little thing sent out to you, refills your energy, recovers your ship's damage. Okay, so let's take these out before they become a menace. H for hyperdrive, F to forward. And that nice little effect. But only 1 ring because we're barely going anywhere. That's pretty good. Where'd it go? There. There's another one there, so we'll take that out. And I should still have time to intercept the ones going for the other starbase. That is closer to where I started. Which, as I understand, you're supposed to start from the solar system. The Sol system. Earth's solar system. Right, there's 2 there. Yeah, I never quite understood how the movement of you in relation to the enemy ships worked in Star Raiders, and that is continuing here. Okay, there should be 1 more. At least. Yeah, is it in front of me? Is it behind me? It would help if I knew how to read the display at the bottom. Okay, so those are dealt with, but these are not. So let's warp over here. Plot an intercept course. Drop the shields for now to save energy. Those nice rings. Galactic chart shows they should be approaching shortly. Yep. Front view, shields up. Now, the manual also made mentions of boosters to use when you're in the atmosphere, so it sounds like it's planet-side combat, but I'm not sure how that works. Do a little jump over here. It's probably possible to intercept them without using hyperspace. Just not exactly sure how to maneuver in... let's try L for long-range sensors. Not sure what that's showing, if anything, but we have red alert, so the enemy is here. Yeah, they just seem to be circling around. Yeah, if you're familiar with Starfaders, this is quite similar to it, but kind of spruced up, has some extra features added, some extra special effects. Just generally looks nicer. You get lasers instead of ion balls. Probably a matter of taste whether you consider the sound better or not. Oh, there it goes. Get back here. Let's come to a stop. Maybe that'll make it easier to... Well, it seemed to work. Long-range sensor is showing something. Kind of flashing. Yeah, I'm not really sure how to read that. And I'm not really sure which way I'm going. Yeah, there's something flickering there. Again, I'm not sure how to read the long-range chart. Is that... It's just an asteroid. Yeah, the chart's showing me practically on top of the enemies, but I can't see them, so... Yeah. Looks like it's hyperspace. Looks like they were all just kind of clumped together there. Velocity 19. Let's slow down a bit. Yeah, it definitely feels more like a shooty game because of how you can actually aim. Okay. Let's head over to the other group. Huh. I'm not seeing them. Did I not aim properly? That's entirely possible. Okay, Starbase is going pretty well. Starbase 4. It is kind of neat how you can do that. Alright, Hyperwarp engaged, forward facing. I'm down to a bit under half energy, so probably want to recover that. Come to a stop. Orbit established. I remember that being a lot trickier to do in Star Raiders. You had to be a specific distance from it, come to a stop, wait around longer for that to come out. This, it's pretty much automatic. You just warp to the spot and you're good. Yeah, I think the first two things in the bottom row of the display are angles, and then the third one is range, so how far away it is. Whatever it is that the computer is tracking at the moment. There's at least one more. It's a bit framey, but this is an Atari system, so you don't have a lot of hardware available. Okay. Yeah, what am I seeing here? That may be some kind of an enemy base that I need to destroy. Because it looks like there are more ships coming out of it. Orbit established. So what are... Okay, this is new. There's something... Do I want to shoot that? Yeah. Okay. I think I crashed or got hit by a shot with no shields on. Destroyed by Xylon fire. Yeah, that was an enemy shot. Posthumous Hank is rookie, class 1. Okay. Yeah, novice mission. So we do have different difficulties, at least in theory. So yeah, I think the icon I was seeing was an enemy base. So let's give this another shot. Start with what's approaching here. Not tracking. I don't like tracking. That's the thing that turns you around when they go behind you. C for computer. S for shields when I get close. Yeah, this apparently is some kind of advanced raiding party. Yeah, you do not want to get hit with your shields down. I kind of wish I could lower joystick sensitivity. It's hard to get a precise aim. Something happened there. I think I took a hit. But mostly absorbed by the shields. A damage report? Yeah, shields slightly damaged, long range sensors slightly damaged. No, where am I? Did not mean to hit hyperwarp. Where am I even going? We'll find out in a moment. Not much of anywhere. I want to go there so they can cut them off. For review. Yeah, and this I don't think you need to steer through. Yeah, there will be Xylons coming this way to surround the starbase. So I just wait for them. As predicted. Yep, that sound is the same. Where are you? Range 201 there. Range 300 some. This one's closing. Yeah, don't fly around fast. Just wait for them to come to you. There. Let's go to the next group. We should get a red alert. Meeting over there. Boom. Okay, the next one's behind, so... Okay, one of the star bases is destroyed. Probably not this one. Where'd it go? Got one. That came out of nowhere. That's a hit. Okay. There's still another one. And another. Is that just stuck on the screen now? Oh, there it went. Yeah, that's the other one that got destroyed. I'll finish off the Xylons around here and go after the others. And then see about planet-side stuff again. That was intriguing. Even if I have no idea what I'm doing. But this time, remember to put shields on. That would help. Okay, go after chart. Hyperspace forward. Shields off to conserve energy. Shields back on. Nice shot. Right, head to the starbase to refuel. Damage is looking good. Looks like I missed the starbase. Yeah, I'm not quite sure what's going on with hyperdrive and how you can sometimes not get where you're trying to go, and sometimes you just, if you just hit it without aiming, you seem to fly off wherever. There is probably a steering component to it like there was in Star Raiders 1, but I don't understand it. It's not really explained anywhere. I guess that the manual was a work in progress. Let's go there. That should be in a good spot to intercept. Yeah, and I'm not touching anything in the steering. It's just is happening on its own. So, yeah, how can I even tell where I'm pointed in space? Oh, regardless, the enemies have found me. Pew, pew, pew. You could probably shoot their shots out of the, well, not the sky, but you know what I mean. Yeah, before they hit you. Okay, there's another one. 500, 400, 300. Just kind of sweep over the area they're in. Okay, I need to get to the starbase quickly and take these out before they can destroy it. There's another one. 2 of them. Nice of them to show themselves. At least one more. Where'd it go? Is it flying away from me? Alright, speed up then. Yeah, so that's a wing of 5, that's a wing of 3. So we'll go there. They'll be quicker to take out. Did I get one already, or was that... Oh, I got one now, but looks like I got one right away. Unless I just hit one of their shots. No, there's still 2 left. And one more. There we go. Galactic chart. Hyperspace. And your targeting reticule gradually goes back into the center of your steering spot when you're not moving it. Yeah, not the greatest frames per second. Again, Atari hardware. Well, emulated Atari hardware. Okay. Shields 99, target 0. Shields 99, target 0. Does that show anything for here? Yes, it does. There's the Sol system. Sol 1, Sol 2, Sol 3. Sol 3, of course, is Earth. I want to go here, refuel, and then go to what looks like the enemy base. So anyway, as I mentioned, this game was being worked on at Atari, but they were also working on something that was a tie-in for the Last Starfighter, which they ended up releasing as uh, Star Raiders 2 when the Last Starfighter, the movie, flopped. And apparently just forgot about this and abandoned it. But the guy who was working on it took the source code with him, he kind of polished it up a little more, and ended up releasing it out onto the internet and talking about it in an interview many years later. So yeah, this is out there, available for whoever wants to go looking for it. The source code's out there too somewhere. I'm more concerned with just the game itself. Alright, so what are we looking at? I think I want to shoot these. I'm not sure if I have to worry about crashing. Oh, the tilt is kind of unnerving. We've got simulated mountains. So this is kind of similar to the planet-side bombing missions of the other Star Raiders 2, the one that was actually released. But here you're actually flying as a fighter and not dropping bombs as a bomber. So the gameplay is more similar to the standard gameplay. Alright, there's another thing. Yeah, I'm having trouble hitting them. There goes one. How many of these things are there? There's still at least 2 more, which I can see them right now. And again, I don't know if you need to worry about crashing, or if it's just enemy fire that's a concern. And do they just keep coming back, or are there only... Is it just that there's a lot of them? This is not easy to aim. And it looks like my speed controls have no effect. Yeah, normally you can press 0 to stop and 1 through 9 for different speeds. But in this mode, they're having no effect. I'm at a fixed 19 velocity, which I think is equivalent to something like 5 or 6 in the normal scale. Wait. It's taking control away. I'm seeing things. Starfleet to Star Cruiser 8. Mission complete. New rank. Lieutenant. Class 1. Congratulations. Alright, so we've saved the Federation from the Klingon menace, except they don't use either of those names. It's only loosely based on Star Trek. We're doing barrel rolls constantly at this point. Okay, so that is the unreleased Star Raiders 2, which is much more like the actual Star Raiders and was originally designed as a sequel and not just kind of thrown into being one at the last second because they didn't like how the movie tie-in flopped. Or the movie they tied into flopped. So anything I didn't use? Yeah, you can use B for boosters when you're in the atmosphere. Presumably that takes you back out into space. I can't do that now. Once you've finished, your control is taken away. I can't even toggle the computer or the shields or anything. Yeah, F for foreview, A for after view, S is shields, C for your computer, T for tracking, L for long-range sensors, which I still can't make sense of. D is damage control, 0 through 9 for speed, G for galactic chart, H to go to hyperwork, B is the boosters, and there's also escape for self-destruct, which I guess it's better for your score to self-destruct than to be destroyed by the enemy? Not sure. I think that was how it worked in the original anyway. Space to pause. That doesn't work now either. But yeah, this has been Aric playing the unreleased Star Raiders 2 by, what was his name? Aric Wilmunder, who previously worked at Epyx and later worked at Lucasfilm Games. I believe he was involved in Ballblazer, actually, which was the game we did before Star Raiders 2, the one that was originally a movie tie-in. I was also involved in porting a number of games to the Atari system for Epyx, including Temple of Afshai, which is one of the better known games. It's like a Dungeons & Dragons kind of thing, which I have on diskette somewhere for the actual Atari, but I'm not sure if I've actually played it. I think you do need the manual and documentation for full immersion because they weren't going to be able to fit all the descriptions in the game itself. I think it was if you find something, it's like, look at item number 3 in your manual for a full description. But anyway, Star